Before we go any further, if this conversation helps you in any way, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who needs to hear this. It really helps the channel grow and keep this kind of content alive.
And more than that, it helps someone out there feel less alone in this process.
Exactly.
Peter, I think most people believe fluency comes from big moments. Big courses, big breakthroughs, big changes.
Yeah, like one day you wake up and suddenly you're fluent.
But real fluency is quiet. It's built in very small, almost invisible actions you repeat every day.
That's why this idea of 6 things every day matters so much. Not 6 magical tricks, 6 habits that slowly rewire how your brain relates to English.
And the problem is, people usually do the opposite.
They study about English instead of living inside English.
Thing number 1, spend time with English without trying to learn.
This is where most learners get uncomfortable.
Because it feels unproductive.
Yes, they think if I'm not studying grammar or memorizing words, I'm wasting time.
But fluency doesn't start with effort. It starts with familiarity.
Babies don't study their first language. They're surrounded by it. They hear it while eating, playing, getting bored, falling asleep.
So the first daily habit is simple but powerful. Be around English without demanding anything from yourself.
No pressure to understand everything.
No pausing every sentence. No translating in your head.
Just letting English exist in your space.
A podcast while cooking, a video playing while you clean, a show you've already watched in your own language.
Your brain is still working. It's absorbing rhythm, melody, emotion.
Fluency is not only about words, it's about feeling when something sounds right.
And that feeling only comes with exposure.
Thing number 2, speak every day, even when it feels useless.
This is where fear usually shows up.
Because speaking exposes everything.
Your accent, your pauses, your mistakes.
So people postpone speaking. I'll speak when I'm ready.
But readiness comes after speaking, not before.
Speaking badly is not failure, it's training.
And here's the key. You don't need a conversation partner every day.
You just need your voice.
Talking to yourself in English is not strange, it's practical.
Describing your day, explaining a thought, reacting to something you watched.
Out loud, not in your head.
Because fluency lives in the mouth, not in the mind.
5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week.
Consistency beats intensity every time.
Thing number 3, stop translating your life.
This habit is subtle but destructive.
People translate everything before they speak.
They think in their native language, then search for English words, then try to build a sentence.
By the time the sentence is ready, the moment is gone.
Fluency requires a shift. You start thinking directly in English, even if it's simple.
Not perfect English, simple English.
I'm tired. I need coffee. This is difficult.
Your brain needs permission to be basic.
Most learners block themselves because they want to sound smart.
But fluent people sound clear, not complex.
Every day, choose moments to label your reality in English.
What you see, what you feel, what you're doing.
No translation step in between.
Thing number 4, reuse language instead of collecting it.
This one changes everything.
People love collecting words.
Lists, apps, notebooks full of vocabulary.
But they rarely reuse what they learn.
Fluency doesn't come from knowing many words. It comes from knowing how to reuse a few words very well.
Every day, choose one expression you heard.
And use it in 3 different sentences.
Say it out loud. Change the context. Make it yours.
That's how language sticks.
Your brain trusts what it uses, not what it memorizes.
Thing number 5, make mistakes on purpose.
This sounds scary, but it's freeing.
Most learners try to avoid mistakes.
So they avoid speaking.
Fluent speakers made thousands of mistakes. They just didn't let those mistakes define them.
When you allow yourself to be wrong, your brain relaxes.
And learning accelerates.
Every day, choose expression over perfection.
Say the sentence even if it feels wrong.
Fluency grows in imperfect moments.
Thing number 6, stay emotionally connected to English.
This might be the most important habit of all.
Because language is emotional.
If English only exists as a task, you'll resist it.
But if English becomes a place where you feel understood, where you discover ideas, where you feel something, then your brain wants to stay.
Choose content that touches you.
Stories, conversations, topics that matter to you.
Emotion creates memory.
So when people ask, how do I become fluent?
The answer isn't dramatic
It's daily, quiet, human.
and completely possible. There's something important we didn't say clearly enough before.
Fluency is not a language problem. It's a relationship problem.
Exactly. People don't struggle because English is too hard.
They struggle because their relationship with English is tense, judgmental, and exhausting.
So if you want to become fluent, you don't just change what you do, you change how you treat yourself while doing it.
Why daily habits matter more than motivation.
Motivation comes and goes.
Some days you feel excited, most days you don't.
If fluency depended on motivation, almost no one would reach it.
That's why daily habits matter so much.
Habits don't ask how you feel, they just exist.
And when habits are small enough, your brain doesn't resist them.
10 minutes of listening feels possible, 2 hours feels heavy.
5 minutes of speaking feels safe. A full conversation feels risky.
Fluency is built by doing what feels slightly uncomfortable but still manageable.
Reframing what practice really means.
Most learners think practice means effort,
Like pushing, forcing, struggling.
but real practice often feels calm.
It feels repetitive, familiar, almost boring.
And that's not a bad sign.
That's your brain automating the language.
When something becomes automatic, it stops feeling exciting.
But that's exactly when fluency is forming.
The danger of comparing yourself to others.
This is one of the biggest silent blockers.
Comparison.
You hear someone speaking fluently and think, I'll never sound like that.
But you don't see their process.
You don't hear their bad days, their pauses, their mistakes.
You only see the result.
And progress is personal.
Fluency doesn't look the same for everyone.
For some people, it's confidence. For others, it's clarity. For others, it's freedom.
Your goal is not to sound like someone else.
Your goal is to express yourself without fear.
Why consistency beats talent every time.
Some people believe they're bad with languages.
They think fluency is a talent you're born with.
But talent plays a very small role.
Consistency plays a massive one.
Someone who practices a little every day will always outperform someone who practices a lot once in a while.
Because the brain learns through repetition, not intensity.
Every daily interaction with English tells your brain this matters.
And the brain responds by adapting.
How fluency actually feels when it starts happening.
People expect fluency to feel dramatic,
Like a sudden explosion of understanding.
but it usually feels subtle.
You hesitate less, you panic less, you think less.
You start responding instead of translating.
You don't know why a sentence is correct, you just feel that it is.
That feeling is fluency forming.
The role of silence in speaking better.
Here's something learners don't hear enough.
Silence is not failure.
Pausing doesn't mean you're bad at English.
It means your brain is processing.
Fluent speakers pause too.
They just don't panic during the pause.
Learning to stay calm in silence is part of fluency.
When you stop rushing, your speech becomes clearer.
Why understanding everything is not the goal.
Many learners get frustrated because they don't understand 100%.
But native speakers don't understand 100% either.
They understand enough.
Fluency is functional, not perfect.
If you understand the emotion, the intention, the main idea,
That's communication.
daily exposure changes how you see yourself.
There's a moment when English stops feeling foreign.
It starts feeling familiar,
Not because you know everything.
but because you belong there.
Daily exposure changes how you see yourself
You stop being someone learning English.
and start being someone who uses English.
That identity shift is powerful.
Why pressure slows everything down.
Pressure creates fear.
Fear blocks memory.
That's why being kind to yourself matters.
Progress accelerates when you feel safe.
Safe to try, safe to fail, safe to sound imperfect.
The quiet confidence that comes from repetition.
Repetition doesn't just teach language.
It builds confidence.
When you've said something 100 times, you stop doubting it.
Confidence is familiarity.
And familiarity comes from daily use.
So when people ask, what should I do every day?
The answer isn't complicated.
It's simple, but not easy.
Show up, speak a little, listen a lot, be patient.
And trust the process.
There's something important we need to talk about before people move forward with these habits.
Because habits don't work in isolation,
They work inside a mindset.
and many learners are doing the right actions with the wrong mindset.
Why people quit even when they are doing everything right. A lot of people quit not because they're failing.
But because they don't feel progress,
They expect improvement to feel obvious.
like suddenly speaking faster or sounding native,
But fluency rarely announces itself.
it whispers,
It shows up as slightly less fear,
slightly more comfort.
slightly more willingness to speak,
And if you don't know what to look for, you miss it.
learning to measure progress differently.
Most learners measure progress with performance.
How well did I speak today?
But a better question is,
How willing was I to speak today?
willingness is a huge indicator.
If you're more open to speaking than you were last month, that's progress.
If you panic less when you don't know a word, that's progress.
If you keep going instead of stopping mid-sentence, that's progress.
Fluency is emotional stability as much as linguistic ability.
Why confidence doesn't come from knowing more words.
Many learners think confidence comes from vocabulary.
But confidence comes from familiarity.
You can know thousands of words and still feel insecure.
And you can know fewer words and speak calmly.
The difference is repetition.
When your brain has repeated something many times, it trusts it.
Trust creates calm.
Calm creates fluency.
The role of patience in daily practice.
Patience is not passive.
It's active trust.
Trusting that small actions add up.
Trusting that today's practice matters, even if it feels ordinary.
People overestimate what they can do in a week.
And underestimate what they can do in 6 months.
Daily habits work on a longer timeline.
And that's uncomfortable for modern minds.
Why boredom is not a problem.
Here's something surprising.
Boredom can be a good sign.
When practice becomes boring, it means it's familiar.
And familiarity is exactly what fluency needs.
If everything feels exciting, it's probably new.
If it feels repetitive, it's being internalized.
Fluency is built in repetition, not novelty.
The emotional side of speaking freely.
Many people don't talk about this enough.
Speaking another language makes you feel exposed.
You sound different, simpler, sometimes younger.
And that can feel uncomfortable.
Some learners feel like they lose part of their personality.
But fluency is not about becoming someone else.
It's about expressing yourself with the tools you have.
Your personality doesn't disappear.
It adapts.
Why being imperfect is actually persuasive.
Perfect speakers can feel distant.
Imperfect speakers feel human.
Native speakers don't expect perfection.
They expect connection.
Clarity matters more than grammar.
Presence matters more than grammar.
When you focus on connection, fluency improves naturally.
Creating a daily English identity.
At some point, English stops being an activity,
It becomes part of your day.
like brushing your teeth.
You don't question it.
You just do it.
That's when resistance disappears.
You stop negotiating with yourself.
And consistency becomes effortless.
Why quitting usually happens silently.
People rarely quit dramatically.
They slowly drift away.
One missed day becomes a week.
A week becomes a month.
Daily habits protect you from that drift.
They keep English present, even on low-energy days.
The long-term payoff of daily exposure.
One day, something strange happens.
You respond before thinking.
You understand jokes.
You feel emotion in the language.
That moment didn't come from one big study session.
It came from hundreds of small ones.
And that's the truth most people don't want to hear.
Returning to the 6 daily habits.
So let's come back to the core idea.
6 simple things.
Daily exposure without pressure.
Daily speaking, even alone.
Thinking in simple English.
Reusing language instead of collecting it.
Allowing mistakes.
And staying emotionally connected.
Not perfect days.
Just consistent ones. A final reflection.
If English has felt heavy for you,
You're not broken.
you don't lack talent.
You just need a gentler, more human approach.
Fluency grows when pressure decreases,
When curiosity replaces fear,
and when English becomes part of your life, not a test.
that's how fluency is built.